Have you ever had a chance of a lifetime? The chance to make a wish, to have whatever your heart desired. I have. A long time ago, my brother, cousin, and I went out for a walk through the farmer's fields. We walked through the crops, over the hills, and even past towns. We enjoyed walking. We'd just walk and talk until the day was done. I wasn't always the smartest or the bravest child, so I pretty much relied on my brother to get me through the hard ways of life. This is when things started to take a turn. One day when I was little, I was passing by an old house. It was decrepit, abandoned. The type of place that didn't look like it would occupy anyone. Something around the back of the house caught my eye. Carefully making my way around the house, I see a small stream. Also what appeared to be 3 small necklaces with tiny skulls in the bottom. I thought they were really cool, so I grabbed them in hopes to give them to my brother and my cousin. As we were about to leave, I heard a faint voice beckoning me to return. I don't really know what made me turn around, but when I did, I saw a hooded figure standing before me. I was so alert to this thing, but I was cautious enough to not make contact with it. The creature told me,
"Have you ever made a wish?"
Simply talking to this tall creature caused me to fall on my back. I threw the necklaces in front of me and apologized to this cloaked figure, hoping it wouldn't be mad at me. Though it didn't scold me. It didn't forgive me either. It merely pushed my thievery off for a moment. I felt bad I had taken those necklaces. "I'm sorry. Please forgive me," I pleaded. The creature didn't move. His cloak tilted down and gazed upon me, and asked the very same question to me again.
"Have you ever made a wish?"
It took me a moment to realize what he was asking me. Yes? I weakly responded. "I've made lots of wishes." The ominous creature stood up straight and looked down at me, almost as if it was pleased. "Would you like your wishes to come true?" I was frightened yet intrigued. At the same time, could this horrific creature truly grant my heart's greatest desire? Figuring this was a type of scam, or some of the local kids were just playing a prank on me, I agreed. Though when I answered yes to his question, he handed me 3 necklaces, similar to the ones with the little skulls on them. Though all of these had on them were just a simple metal ring, and like a washer tied to the end of the necklace. While I examined the rings, I looked up at this mysterious shadow, and he was gone. The next morning I awoke to my brother violently shaking me. He told me to get up right away, as I saw my cousin sitting there, already wearing one of the necklaces. "Don't take those, they're mine," I shouted. Yet he didn't listen. He simply shoved me back and said, "I wish you would shut up." Without realizing it, my expression of anger quickly faded, and I walked towards my bedroom. My brother inquired, as if to ask what's wrong. I told him nothing was wrong with me. Though when my cousin tried talking to me, it was almost as if I couldn't even hear him. The next night, my brother asked me where exactly did I find these necklaces. I answered him. I told him the shadow gave them to me. They make a wish come true. When he heard that, his face lit up with excitement. He looked down at the necklace around his neck, and it shined as he stared with a grin. I told him to make sure very carefully what he wishes for. It could be anything, but I had a feeling our cousin already wasted his wish on me. My brother was always the smarter one of the bunch, so naturally, he just hung on to it. The next evening, our cousin awoke to the creature standing over his bed. He was in shock. He couldn't even manage to scream. The creature told him to turn the necklace, that his wishes was done. The creature vanished. Our cousin woke up in a frightful panic, telling my brother and I about the creature. And now he wanted the necklaces, and told him to hand it over, and that I would take it to the creature. Since I already met him once, my cousin agreed, and fearfully gave him the necklace. He begged my brother to give up the small charm. Something about the creature visiting him truly feared him. I almost felt bad, but I knew what he was going through. It was the same exact feeling I had when I first saw it. My brother, being the tough kid as he is, refused to hand it over. I knew this would be the case, so I allowed him to keep it. As for my cousin's necklace, I rushed down to the old house, across a tiny stream where I met the creature, standing there, ever so patient. I knelt down in the dirt and placed the necklace at his feet. The creature simply said,
You still have one more wish.
In my mind, the creature gave me 3 wishes, so wouldn't I still have 2 left? Apparently, that wasn't the case. You see, my brother had made his wish. He wished for 1,000 American dollars. And it was justly granted. The necklace shined, and there appeared in his hand 1,000 American dollars. He was so excited. You'd never seen so much money. Actually, neither of us had. Though sure, the following night, the creature came to him and asked him to return the necklace. I again had to take the necklace down to the creature, knelt by his feet, and place the necklace in the dirt. As I looked at the creature, it simply tilted its cloaked head at me. I felt a wave of uneasiness run as I ran back home. I was the one to make the last wish. I thought and thought about it. What did I truly wish for? Do I demand fame, or would I be happy with fortune? Then I began thinking logically for a moment. Who gives out free wishes? I said aloud to myself. That's when I realized I'd probably made a deal with the devil. My heart sank intensely. I felt the cold. That's when I had made my wish. That night, the creature visited me and asked me to return the charm and to bring the others. I fearfully agreed. The next evening, I told my brother and my cousin to accompany me to the place where I had gotten the wishes from. And they did, though it took a bit of persuasion on my part. As we arrived at the very spot where the creature was supposed to be, all that was there was a bunch of dead trees, and a place to set the final necklaces down. I was shaking. I didn't know what was going to happen if I placed the necklace down. Though I swallowed my fear and sat down in the small silver ring. Through the woods I could see the creature appear. This time its face looked skeletal instead of shrouded, and was walking towards us. I wasn't sure why, but I had the distinct feeling it was going to hurt me and my family. I told them to run. As we did, we ran down the dirt road and through the fields, but it wasn't any use. The creature cut up to us and snapped my cousin's throat with its bare hands. I screamed. At this time I was truly scared. I realized to pay for these wishes we had to give our lives. My brother and I, we ran down as fast as we possibly could to evade the creature of darkness. After a long time of running, to protect his younger brother, he threw me out of the way. The creature stepped towards him. The creature placed a finger on my brother's forehead, and he simply collapsed. I was in tears at this point. I screamed and pleaded for the creature to stop, but its gaze fell upon me now. I rose from the dirt and ran as hard as my legs would carry me. I managed to evade the creature long enough to write this message, that after all these years of playing hide and seek with death, he always seems to find you, one way or another. Signed, Christopher Thomas, born 1707.